Want to go on a trip but need a lot of planning? Start tomorrow. Hate being fat and want to start a weight loss gym plan? Start tomorrow. My room is total mess and needs to do cleaning? Start tomorrow.
Let's take a little test. Imagine that you're on the way back home from work. When will you unconsciously grab the key out? A. Have the key ready way before arriving home. B. When getting close to the door. C. When standing in front of the door. If option C sounds like you mostly, congratulations! No, unfortunately, you highly likely tend to have procrastination.
It sounds like a sickness, right? Yes, it's a mental dysfunction like that.
And it's like overdrawing tomorrow's time that makes you feel you always owe it. The fast-paced modern world makes this behavior happen even more often and more broadly, as people tend to find it more difficult to balance multitasks in multiple roles.
All of us may have experienced one or more of the following situations. Start from the least important item from the to-do list and postpone the most important one. Get a coffee, clean up the desk, or wait for the best mood before getting started to do the most important thing. Wait to start from a certain moment, like start a new project from next Monday, or start a new habit from next year. Think of calling someone but end up never call out. Compare to those more serious in procrastinating and rationalize such behavior to gain comfort and relief. Blame the outside factors as the reason causing procrastination. Generally, there are several reasons for people to procrastinate. Number 1, lack of confidence. Unsure and nervous about unknown outcome, or self-underestimate based on previous failure experiences. Number 2, lack of interest. Don't want to put efforts as the task is not interesting or required by other people. Number 3, lack of practical procedure. The goal is set too high or too big, without practical steps toward achieving it. Number 4, lack of good mood. The more likely to be affected by mood, the more likely to procrastinate. As people who feel unhappy, anxious, or depressed need to spend lots of energy to adjust their mood from bad to good, so left little to none in taking actions to complete tasks, or even join a social activity as it also consumes energy.
Number 5, fear. Fear of failure and the fear of admitting or showing weakness. Number 6, treat future for now. Difficult to picture the future, especially measured in the amount of time, making people choose to treat future for now and tend to believe that they always have time in the future.
How to stop procrastinating and be more productive? Here are some tips. Firstly, embrace negative thoughts or procrastination and identify irrational feelings to avoid being overwhelmed and depressed. Secondly, set practical and measurable goals that can be divided into many doable little tasks to gain confidence by completing the tasks step by step. Thirdly, use measurement like days rather than months or years and countdown clock to increase the feeling of urgency in time. Lastly, set a little reward for each little task completed to enhance the connection to the future. My favorite author Kevin Chai used to say, "When you were 15, you quit learning swimming as you found it too hard. When you turned 18, someone you had a crush on asked you to go swimming, but you had to say, 'I can't swim.' When you were 18, you quit learning English as you found it too hard. When you turned 28, you had a great job opportunity that required advanced English skills, but you had to say, 'I don't speak English.'" The more you give up learning new stuff, the more likely you miss out on someone you love and something precious.